An Eau Claire County veteran is making it his mission to remember his family of fallen soldiers. In this story of love, honor, and family, one man shares why it's important to always remember what people gave for this country.
I think more than anything, it is an honoring of those people who have gone before us.
186 soldiers' names engraved in stone.
Yes, we'll rally around the flag.
Korean War, World War I, World War II. Those are ones I know. Spanish-American War. There's people here from those wars.
It's a bloodline of service buried deep into the grounds of the Arkansas Memorial Cemetery.
Being Saxon, I realize these were the backbone of our community. When you go through and look at it, these are ones that went through the hardships to give us the community we got today.
The significance of this cemetery isn't just of service, it's of family too.
That was kind of a family trip. You'd come down and visit the cemetery.
Doug Farmer's family tree has deep roots in the military.
I went back World War II, World War I, Civil War.
One of those soldiers, Private John Fernier, Doug's great-great-great-grandfather. And the other?
His sister was my great-great-great-grandmother. That makes sense? Three greats?
Private Moses Basil Bashaw, Doug's great-great-great-uncle. Both buried in the Arkansas Memorial Cemetery. But the headstones you see today look nothing like they did a few years ago.
This stuff is just falling apart. Well, the stone that had been here was cracked up the side. The letters were gone. You couldn't read it.
It was a 2017 history assignment that inspired this veteran to replace them.
But it was a history teacher at DeLong Middle School, and he was having the students interview a veteran. My granddaughter asked me, because she knew I had been in Vietnam, so I didn't want to talk about that. And then she asked me if there was any other relatives who had been in wars.
So he brought her to the cemetery. That's when he noticed the headstone's conditions, weathered by time.
So I had to go to Pierce County and do the paperwork there. But before that, I had to do all kinds of research.
Which included proving his relation to the soldiers. He started with John.
Yeah, he's French, and they came from Quebec and went through New York, and that's where he joined the infantry down there in New York. And he came back, and then he became a farmer.
Next was Moses.
The best I could find is he's never been married. Okay, I don't know why.
After hundreds of hours of research, Doug's applications were approved, each soldier receiving their new headstones.
As long as its name is legible or remembered, you know, you're still alive to somebody.
I look at it, you can't forget what people sacrificed to give us what we got today.
Honoring veterans or other important people who contributed to our society. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful calling for Doug.
Even after years of research and patience, there's one thing Doug hopes he accomplished along the way.
Well, hope it kept my granddaughter happy.
And it sure did. In addition to replacing the stones, Farmer also held a dedication ceremony for John Fernier, the first soldier. He plans to do the same for Moses in June, with the help of an organization called the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War and the Durand American Legion. We'll be sure to bring you that story then.